What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost, and if you are just a normal everyday person, if you are someone whose ideology and personal beliefs don't fall in line with the extreme far left, then chances are the vast majority of people in Hollywood despise you. They hate who you are, and they hate what you stand for, and every once in a while, they completely let it slip and tell you just exactly what they think of you. Now, we have Matthew Marsden here, who is someone who's in the entertainment industry, is in Hollywood, but is one of the few who are standing up for what is right and calling out these insane nut jobs. And often, whenever one of these people comes out on Twitter and says something absolutely disgusting, whether it's Mark Ruffalo, whether it's Pedro Pascal, or whether this time it's Bette Midler, Matthew Marsden tweets something very simple. Not all actors are like this, I promise. And that's true. Not all actors are like this. We've had Matthew on this channel before. Awesome dude. Check out that episode that I did with him. And at the end of the day, of course, this is all about politics. And it's all about not understanding how anyone could exist out of your echo chamber, the Hollywood echo chamber. And I think Drunk 3PO's in the replies. Add another one. Yes, add another one of these people who are absolutely insane. And every once in a while, truly let it slip just how much they hate you if you're normal. Let's go to this Bounding in the Comics article. Bette Midler apologizes after describing West Virginians as poor, illiterate, and strung out, because that's what she thinks you are. If you're anyone that disagrees with her, you must just be one of these types of people. Hocus Pocus actor Bette Midler recently apologized for her comments targeting West Virginia while expressing her distaste for the state's United States Senator Joe Manchin. Of course, this all goes back to the Build Back Better plan and the fact that someone is, standing up for his constituents, standing up for the people in his state that elected him to do something. We're not going to get too into details here. We'll leave that for Patriot Outpost, the political channel. But in terms of Hollywood actors displaying how much they despise normal everyday people, we're absolutely going to mention this. Midler went after West Virginians in a tweet, and you can see it right here. What hashtag Joe Manchin, who represents a population smaller than Brooklyn, has done to the rest of America, who wants to move forward, not backward like his state, is horrible. So she puts a little plug in there. They want to move forward. He wants to move backwards like his state. So that is one kind of dissing West Virginia in general, but it does get worse. He sold us out. He wants us all to be just like his state, West Virginia, poor, illiterate, and strung out. And the replies and the response to this tweet, as you can see, you got the quartering. This is the dumbest thing I've heard on the internet. Think that's what this video is. But Catturd, this is one of the most horrible tweets in history, pure evil. Look at this. Bette Midler has 2 million Twitter followers, is damn close to getting ratioed. For all intents and purposes, that is a ratio, ladies and gentlemen. Nearly the same comments as likes, with a couple quote tweets thrown in there as well. Caught a lot of backlash for this because essentially you are going after an entire state worth of people, calling them poor, calling them illiterate, and calling them all strung out, simply because maybe they don't think quite the same way as you. They're one of those pesky red states. And even though they might not want to admit it, and they'll never say it up front, it's always things like this where they really let the mask slip. These people despise you if you live in a red state and you have traditional values of any sort. Conservative values, libertarian values, anything that doesn't align with basically bending the knee to authoritarian leftism. That's what it's come down to at this point, and Bette Midler is just the most recent example of this. She did put out an apology, so I guess we have to put this out there. Of course, she only apologized because she was getting ratioed, but this is what she said. I apologize to the good people of West Virginia. I'm just seeing red. Joe Manchin and his whole family are criminal enterprises. Is he really the best West Virginia has to offer? So, I just got so caught up in anger. I decided to call everyone in your state poor, illiterate, stupid, strung out. That's what I decided to do. I was just so upset. That's how they think of you, because you are less than them. They are the elites. They are the ones that know best. They are the ones who want to determine everything you need to do with your life. And if you don't agree with that, if you're not in that echo chamber, they think you're a piece of garbage. That's what Hollywood thinks about you. And it's happened over and over again. Remember this, we talked about this, it wasn't a week ago, where we had another person in Hollywood, a writer in Hollywood, say this about the people in Kentucky after a terrible tornado ripped through there. Sorry, Kentucky. Maybe if your two senators hadn't spent decades blocking legislation to reduce climate change, you wouldn't be suffering from climate disasters. If it's any consolation, McConnell and Rand have effed over all of us too. Right? We talked about this. If you live in a red state, they blame you for all of this. If you have an ideology that is different than theirs in Hollywood, they blame you for absolutely everything without any understanding of science or of the actual people, the normal people in this country, and how they might feel about that. This person also got absolutely destroyed and ratioed, rightly so. But we see it over and over, time and time again in Hollywood. This time it was with Bette Midler. Next week it'll be a different person. And every once in a while, we get someone like Bette Midler who sees red, as she puts it, but in reality, all she did was tell the truth. That's how she feels. That is how so many of the people in Hollywood truly feel about you. And that's why so much of the product we get is basically showing us that they hate you if you think differently than them. It is a product of what they think. It's not that hard to figure out. What do you guys think about this? Let me know what you think specifically about Bette Midler, about her tweet. Do you buy her apology? Let me know in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my PO box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.